let's review where we are. Starting off right at the capital of Rio de Janeiro. I've butchered that name. Oopsies. Starting right here at our capital state, we can see that we have some prosperous cities, factories, and still some lush forest around here, but nice roads. A pretty big inland city here, universities and other buildings. We follow the coastline north and we can see many prosperous port cities and towns, boats shipping all around. It is glorious. If we go to our south, we can see Argentina. Buenos Aires seems to be having some protests and some other issues. Uruguay, while not a direct puppet of us, is part of our sphere of influence, and I think they are enjoying the new market access. In fact, you can tell when they joined our market, because the GDP went up tremendously. Wonder if the same as in Paraguay. Yeah. The Brazilian market is large. Encompasses most of South America. Encompasses Cuba. Encompasses actually vast swaths of population and nations in Asia. And it also encompasses Finland. Our subjects from Chile, which is experiencing some radicalism, all the way to Bolivia, Peru, all of them have some form of turmoil, which is very interesting. Going to Colombia, Ecuador, which has admittedly less turmoil, are all in an interesting state. Now, something I didn't notice, the British have actually built the Panama Canal, or they may be building it. It's not built yet. They bought the land though, or from Colombia. Presumably, they didn't force their way into it, though, because Colombia is my protectorate. We have invested into the Philippines, and I bet you if we take a look, the economy skyrocketed because of that. But much of the GDP is actually owned by us. 25% by us, another 11% here, and not much in the south. But in fact, the Filipinos only own half of the economy. Lots of investors. We take a look at Japan as well. You can see our investments are slowly taking over because we have recently acquired them as a protectorate when they were in a civil war. You can tell the gross domestic product fell because of the civil war, but they are better than ever now, although still struggling. While they're not 100% happy with us, we are providing our knowledge and supporting the regime. And we're trying to make it so they are no longer a protectorate but a dominion. Mostly so we can get some taxes from them, get them in our wars. That's why we're investing. We're showing them that the Brazilian way is the only way. Although it looks like they do have some problems of their own in the home countries. We haven't invested in Finland. I'm sure Finland's not doing too hot, considering the radicalism's at like 80%. Looks like they have a huge movement to preserve censorship, as they are trying to do right of assembly. Let's take a look at our economy. Our market is large. We actually have quite a bit of wood that we are selling to the world. In fact, 8,000 pieces of wood are being shipped out of the 22,000 in our entire market. We produce quite a few chairs as well, and overall, a lot of our goods are rather cheap. Iron is rather cheap. Opium's not, but that's because we have a large population consuming it. Of our market, we own 28.11% of our market. Our market's actually quite diverse between all of our protectorates and puppets. I believe Japan's the second highest. Our power block, the Brazilian Ikea, the fifth most powerful in the world. We're competing for fourth with Russia. The Germans completely fell apart recently, which is not good for them. So they're trying to get themselves back in order. We do have a problem. The French have taken a great interest in the Americas, and they have taken and occupied quite a bit over here. We would like to be able to eventually disrupt that, but I believe the French are quite a bit more powerful than us at this point. But in due time, our economy is growing, and we are actually stable for once. Mostly because we're producing so many more goods now. Our focus is trade within the empire, trade outside of the empire, and also vassalization, making so we can project our power across the globe. Now, our overall goal, continue chopping down the Amazon rainforest. If I click on here, we can see we are the third largest producer of wood in the world, soon to surpass France. I'm sure quite a bit of the wood that our people own the production of Well, not inside of our country, because we build lumber mills, and let's say right now we're building all the lumber mills we can in Japan. That's because we have companies that help us produce lumber mills. Same with coal and also furniture manufacturing. So eventually we're going to have to stop investing in foreign nations and invest more into our own if we wish to become number one in wood. We also wish to become number one in chairs. We are third there too, but we're not too far off number one. That should be possible. We've had a great history. We've fought off the British. We fought the Russians, we've held our own, and we've expanded our influence. Our people are becoming literate. Not the rest of the empire, per se, if the rest of the empire is my subjects, but our people themselves are. We have radicalism in the north, but not so. But we have some loyalists in the south. Not as many as we could hope for. Standard of living is flourishing, and a large group of our people are actually part of the middle strata, which is excellent. Apparently we can take a decision to invest in Hawaii. I would like to invest into Hawaii. How much is our own GDP owned by us? We still own like 75%, 50% some areas, 80% others, 100% in one spot. And like Tuscany apparently has a lot of business in the Amazonas. Interesting to say the least. Oh, we own a lot of Florida apparently. I think it's time for the game to continue playing. We do have an interest in trying to make our military stronger. Eventually we will want trench works. We do not want to fall behind in that. We would like to have a powerful military. I feel the French are going to cause us issues as we try to continue expanding our might. I would like a more effective military rather than a larger military as well. The Hawaiian government has deported our citizens from the islands and seized the property. We must respond to this appropriately. We could use this as a starting point for war, but then we're going to be on bad relations with them for the rest of time. I would like to not necessarily do that. It's their own fault. We'll be on good terms. I want to peacefully integrate Hawaii. We're not seeking war there. Oh, we have a new mandate. We would like to get external trade to level 2 for the influential trade center. So watch my influence. It's negative. I click on that. And now it's 259. It is my largest trading center is the Chinese port, and they can't get enough people. Why is this my largest trading center? I feel like that would mess up my trade. Ooh, private construction is going up quite a bit. Oh, America's in a civil war. I'm going to see if I can make them a protectorate. I wonder if we can do that just like we did it with the Japanese. Alright, I'm going to move a fleet into position. We're going to watch this actually very closely. So, the Americans I'm siding with, they're trying to get laissez-faire, presidential republic, landed voting. The other side, I think, is mad about the laissez-faire. Interesting. Okay, so let's offer support. So I can either ask for the Indian territories. I can't make them a protector, they're too big. I can see about them transferring a state. Well, obligation. If I had an obligation, I bet I could get them into a power lock. But I could get an obligation right now by taking on the debt. Problem is, all the states they're willing to transfer me are like these interior states, which I won't be able to have connections with. If I could get Florida, that would be fine. But I can't. I bet you fighting this war would be cheaper than taking on the current debt. Yeah, I would like an obligation. We'll raise you and deploy you to this front. Private schools would make the intelligentsia more powerful. A stronger intelligentsia would be a more legitimate government. The industrialists want it. You know what? The industrialists will get it. Not even the intelligentsia want it. Luckily, the capital is defended by the Confederacy, ironically. I like how none of our artillery is actually just there constantly. It's all always conscripts. The trade unions are upset about the potential of public schools going away, and I don't blame them, but we're gonna have private schools. Sorry, trade unions. It's the first time we've had someone almost rebel for a while. With private schools, I will invest into universities, I think. Land reformer. Ew. Yeah, that's the whole communist party right here. I'm not interested in what you guys have to say. If they want public schools, I'll want private schools. A large amount of battles are happening in Massachusetts, Vermont, as soon to be New York itself. It's lots of dead Americans, that's for sure. They might push us out of Rhode Island. Ooh, we're still holding on there, barely. Ooh, we have the advantage in New Hampshire. We can push into Vermont. Seems like we are going to win and gain some ground in Vermont. We're barely holding on to Rhode Island. As long as we control the seas, they'll never be able to take the capital. So I don't have to worry about the United States necessarily capitulating. And then the Empire of Japan would like us to help them get recognition. So here we go, buddy. Speaking of which, Liberty Desire is still going down. It is, and we own now 20% of the gross domestic product from our investments into the country. I really want them to become our dominion, and it looks like at this rate we should be able to. We're still going to invest into the country for the next year. What is this, the third American Revolution? Over economic policy. The president of war is actually losing ground. The losing war score, the willingness to continue this fight. New York has been completely taken. We're pushing on the peasants' capital, and they surrender before we could siege and sack Philadelphia. Now, what is this state? I don't like the fact that you exist, and I'm going to make it so you don't exist. Britain may join on the side, though. This is just weird. I don't know how they got there. You know what? I'll be nice to them. For now. You know, I could try to make Venezuela into a protectorate, and the French are not guaranteed to join. I could also force Colombia to have a reduced economy. Ecuador would join, and Honduras would join. Great Britain's probably going to join too. I don't think I should fight the British. Oh my god, they have so many boats. Holy crap. Cuba has refused our demand that they enact slavery ban. Huh, interesting, Cuba. Interesting indeed. Well, I'm going to improve relations with you, but I'm also going to teach you a lesson. I raise your subject payments. I'm going to appoint your governor as well. There you go, Cuba. You now have to pay double the amount of money to me because of your insubordination. We're going to get private schools, and we're going to decrease the economy of Japan, which will make it so now they transfer us 31,000 a week. But I'm going to stop supporting the regime and knowledge sharing. I have no desire in that anymore. They have an obligation with us, so I don't think they'll be able to rebel against us, although that will be going away soon. But now we are in an excellent state, so we don't have to necessarily finish this investment into Japan, but we will. But I am going to invest elsewhere. Elsewhere could be the United States, could be Colombia, could be Ecuador, could be a lot of places. Could be even with ourselves. And truly speaking, our GDP is growing. I think we should do a quick investment into ourselves. First off, we can afford more construction sectors. That's going to go on top of the Japanese stuff. And now we're going to expand logging camps even more. First logging camp. Second, we're going to get some more furniture manufacturers. Third, I do want some coal mines. I want to expand coal mine production. Fourth, I think some fishing wharfs. And then fifth, I do want to start preparing for the transition into a steel economy. So we will invest into some glassworks, into some steel mills. Japan is requesting to increase autonomy. That's to be suspected, but we just lowered you. We're going to decline. What are you going to do about it? You're going to fight us? I don't think you will. We have private schools. Of course you won't fight us. The industrialists have absolutely everything they want. The intelligentsia, they do kind of want some sort of movement for appointed bureaucrats is pretty large. This should help the intelligentsia, so sure. Oh, speaking of which, I do want a university to get a bunch of universities. With private schools now in place, I would like to expand universities. We even put a university way over here. Oh. Perfect. We have 7 years of construction ahead of us, but that's going to reduce as we get these construction sectors. We're going to go to society as well and make sure we're getting steel frame buildings next. We can lower our taxes a little bit, help with radicals, maybe expand our construction a little bit more, because we now have 2.2 million in the bank. This place is getting so many people right now. Holy crap. Cuba, you are going to try to get well floating. That way, hopefully, we can get rid of the slave trade in here. And then Japan. Oh, Japan. You need to get rid of traditionalism. I think we're getting a lot of people because my bureaucracy keeps on going down. And we keep on getting these mass immigrations. Currently in our possession are vast tracts of pristine, undeveloped Amazonian lands. While some laud its wild beauty and obviously not but an untamed frontier overflowing with rubber, longing for the gentle touch of progress and capital. Exploiting the Amazon. That is what I want to see. So we gotta build railways, rubber plantations, and do a lot. Okay, interesting. I'll do that in a bit. We're gonna expand our economy elsewhere. Oh, we have another mandate. The tier 3 on both of those suck, but I'm noticing we're number 3 in the world for our power block. We're above the Austrians the last now. Wow. Okay, they've fallen from grace. So we're above the Austrians, the Prussians, and the Russians. We're behind the French and the British, but we're number 3. British Ikea. This is great. This is excellent. With that in mind, we can add another principle. Now, tier 3 of external trade and vassalization seem to suck, so I'm gonna see what else we can do. I'm thinking we just passed private schools, right? And we're also trying to develop our industry. We could either go construction, which would be pretty good, or alternatively, we could go advanced research, which will help our bureaucracy, make it so all of our block members are going to have more schools, and also make it so we can get technology spread and other technology things in the better. Just make our technology, our research, that's what I mean, research even better. And I say we do that. We can impose same education system law on others. So Peru, for example, can we impose it? No, because they have state religion. Because they're a theocracy. Let's make it not a theocracy. I want you to be a presidential republic. Well, never mind. Well, we're the number 2 largest producer of wood in the world, behind Russia. And then furniture, we are still number 3. We're getting up there. Our chair factories are finishing now, so. We are the 2nd largest producer of luxury furniture though. Interesting. Britain's producing a lot of rubber. I'd like to export rubber to Britain. See if we can at least sell our rubber a little bit. Get a market. I think I could become a large producer of some of these other goods so that I can get leading trade and other stuff. I know we have a spot. I think it's here. You produce more coffee? You produce a lot more coffee. Let's make it so we have a coffee industry. Oh, Pedro, you got a gray beard. Nice. Who produces more luxury furniture than me? That's a good question. Britain does, and not by a lot. Let's see if we can compete with the British and trade our luxury furniture far and wide. Our furniture manufacturers are finishing up as well. We might be able to surpass them. And in fact, I could probably set one of my furniture manufacturers to focus on luxury furniture. It's going to make it a lot cheaper, but they're going to focus on it. And now with that, we should be number 1. Indeed we are. And that might actually help our power block. Shandong is cooperative. You know what? I'm willing to be cooperative with them. I'm going to improve relations with them. My GDP is larger than America now. Not that America's that large, but Mexico's still weaker than them. GDP is larger though. With your guy getting economic dependence from us, we are now controlled. This is brilliant. Next is Colombia. Colombia needs a little bit more economic dominance by us. We could do that through the coal mines. And some fruits. Banana plantations. Opium. Oh, definitely opium. There we go. We have more loyalists than radicals. Although we just raised taxes, so that might change. I would like to continue becoming leading goods producers in various fields. Apparently the British East Indian Company is also thinking the same thing. We are also the number 1 producer of regular chairs as well as luxury chairs. So that's excellent. Luxury, regular, and regular chairs, we just have to do it now with wood, which I think the best method for doing wood would be to try to get electricity. So we'll do that soon, mostly by getting these universities up and running. Puerto Rico, you're not allowed to rebel. Apparently the Austrians joined the other side. That's not cool. Blockade them. My navy is a lot larger than theirs. And we've already landed and taken the island. Our university drive has actually been rather successful. We've maxed out the innovation we can get or prioritize, and now it's going to our weekly spread. This is perfect. Brazil will become cutting edge or bleeding edge in technology, industry, military might. Now we are expanding these coffee plantations. Hopefully there's enough people here to work them. If they're not, hopefully they move in. Looks like down here would be good for coffee plantations, and you have, ooh, you would be good in coffee and plantations too. Let's just expand coffee all over. Coffee grows on the trees, right? So that's part of my purpose, even though I want to cut them all down, but don't worry about that. I'm guessing that by the fact that Puerto Rico has not capitulated, that Austria is preventing them from capitulating. Lovely. Well, hopefully they capitulate. We have a new mandate. Let's increase advanced research. Perfect. League of Versailles has formed. Oh, hold on. Interesting. So if they win, does the association of syndicates just fall apart? I don't think they're gonna win, but holy moly. Now the time to strike? I think it is. I want Venezuela. The French Empire is occupied with the Paris Commune. I want Venezuela. This will help us make South America whole. Yes, we shall go to war. The Confederate States of America has sided against us. Does mean we potentially get up the United States. I want to play with an obligation. Nothing else. I thought you would want maybe some land from them. Ooh, and Spain's in this? Ooh, I gotta think about this. I'm gonna continue this on another day. Okay, well, it's been a second since I last played. I need to grab something. Oh, no. Oh, God. There we go. Now you won't hear my as loud. So we're going in for Venezuela because the French are in civil war, and also it appears the French are about to fight the North Germans. So they should lose Venezuela in the power block. But we have the Confederate States of America and Spain, number 8 and number 11 in the world, coming after me. Confederate States of America is a higher power rank than the United States. Oh no. As Colombia comes in, I do not have a border to cross into Venezuela. I will have to naval invade, which shouldn't be too bad. But we gotta figure out what we want to do with the other opponents. The US will come in, but only for obligation. If they don't want any territory, I don't want to bring them in. I could get a treaty put in Spain. They're a major power, so I would be able to trade with them unconditionally. We could get our own unequal treaty in Spain. I think that would be good. We get out of Canary Islands, oh my. Be the least amount of infamy. But if we get it on mainland Spain, that means further actions against Spain would be good. Navarra. Navarra is one of the industrial centers right here. I say we get it there. And then it might be on the border of France. Could be good. I don't mind the regime changes. Now the Confederate, we could split the Confederate States in two by releasing New Africa. This will permanently weaken them. And then we could try to get a treaty port in both of them. That might be good. Also remove some of the French influence in the area. Let us do that. We could also seek banning slavery in both countries. That could be interesting. I could also seek the Spanish colony. We do, in my opinion, have a policy of Spain is not allowed to have colonies. And to stay in line with that, Spain, you're not allowed to have colonies. Give me all of those. Or we could ban slavery in both countries. We should ban slavery in Venezuela, but I can force that afterwards. It seems like the slavery countries are trying to ban together. We'll ban slavery in the Confederate States and in Spain. Hopefully that would make it so their governments are a little bit more kind to Brazilian actions. So I noticed something. River Coffee, we want to be the lead producer of meat, coffee, and sugar. And then made the buy orders for coffee within the Brazilian market increase by 50%. So let's see how far off we are. So for coffee, we are number 9, and the British East Indian Company is number 1. We gotta get basically 4K. For meat, we're not a significant producer, but we need over 2K. So 2.5. And for sugar, not a significant producer, we need over 4K. When it comes to coffee, we only produce 200. We produce 265 in our own country, so not even that much compared to all the coffee in our market. So we got a little bit of work to do. That's for certain. But since we are going to war, I think we should start building because we gotta save some money. We'll also get trench works. That's going to work out very well. I've noticed the Paris Commune has declared a rivalry against us. We are going to do it back to them then. Belgium has now sided against us. What do they want? Ban slavery in Cuba. That's fine. I want to ban slavery in Cuba too. Okay, demand they ban slavery. Yes, a 93% success chance. We'll get Belgium out of the war too. 2 simultaneous naval invasions on Venezuela, but it looks like the Spanish are sending a massive army down here with a small fleet. That means they're actually pretty vulnerable. So what I'm actually going to do is cancel both of these naval invasions, and I'm going to invade Spain. We will defend Brazil and hopefully breach Spain. Are the what side are the Germans on? Oh, the Germans are doing a whole nother war against France. So France is just getting screwed. Oh wow. They are conducting a bunch of naval invasions here. We do have allied fleets contesting the navy, so that's good. Looks like we're making progress in Catalonia, not so much Navarra, but that's fine for now. Ooh, that one might not go so well, but we're waiting over here. So long as one of these lands will be perfect. It looks like we're going to land in Navarra first. Perfect. Navarra has been taken, and you guys need to push. We even add a pillager. Absolutely murder the defenders. This fleet, however, is going to deploy to this sea node and disrupt enemy forces. I don't want to disrupt the Spanish. The Spanish are down here, and they are attacking, and they are not winning. So we could go for commercialized agriculture now, which will make it so financial districts will purchase maybe plantations, ranches, and agricultural buildings. But by doing that, the progress by the magnanimous monarch is depleted by 1, apparently. I wanted to stay above 50%. It might be depleted by 1, but I think we'll still be above 50%. So I'm going to do it because I want commercialized agriculture. Although Pedro may die soon. We'll start doing it. We might cancel right before that. Also, France is not in a good state at all. Designate Madrid as a strategic objective. I wonder if Portugal is proud of their little colony of us. You know, we were part of them, and now we conquered much of the previous Spanish Empire. We keep on beating up the Spanish. This is great. In fact, we actually went all the way to Portugal for a little bit there, looks like. What the heck is this? And why is no one defending it? Go and defend it. Push against them. All of our colonies have come here too to help. This is perfect. Oh! Magnanimous! Oh no. We did it, but he's dead. Pedro! No. It's with this lady now. So I guess I didn't have to worry about the passing of this law. It did not come at all. Let's see Enduring Empire. With the solemn passing of Emperor Pedro II, a week warning has be declared across Brazil. His reign will surely be remembered as one of the greatest periods of our nation's history. Plans must now begin for the coronation. Isabel de don't know how to say that, who the people will look to with admiration and respect to lead them onwards. The Emperor is dead. Long live the Emperor. More loyalists all over the board. Oh, this is great. We'll finish commercialized agriculture, but Pedro really has created a magnanimous empire. I mean, look at the Brazilian Ikea is across the globe. It's brilliant. We also bring in a significant amount of money from our protectorate system, and we love it. Isabel will finish this war that Pedro has started. Hopefully this army can actually get to the point where we can defend this. See, they're literally just making progress because this army has to go way up there. Why can't defend it anyway? By the time it gets there, it's like not even able to defend it. Look at, what is this ridiculous? Why do you have to go all the way up there to defend it? What the heck? So they're in our capital state now. Yeah, I'm not so certain about this, bucko. Finish the conscriptions. Let's finish off Spain as quick as we can. This army has landed. Alright, both armies are in place now, and we are attempting to fight them. Why they had to travel all the way up there is beyond me. They should be able to fight down here, but that just needs to be improved. Well, because of unexpected landing that we were able to defend, they occupied quite a bit of our country. Somehow, despite occupying our capital state, our war support will not go below 0, so I don't know. All I'm hoping for is we can soon break through these lines. Looks like we are starting to push them out here, but look at this. Why did this just open? They don't even have anyone there. And this army has to do that to go fight that? It literally would be easier to naval invade it. Yeah, 2 weeks. It's gonna take them 6 weeks to go all the way over, so we're gonna naval invade that. So now they're fighting my navy. We're just gonna ignore that kind of frustration. Commercialize agriculture, perfect. We'll go for right of assembly, not full protected speech, because then I can't give out troublesome exiles. Because every time I get protected speech, I immediately am entering civil war. It's just so bad. You guys should be able to push now and knock out Spain, which we are. We're able to get more Brazilians over there. So this has caused a disruption here. You and I have a defend. Why do you have to go up there to defend this? Why do you have to travel up there to defend this? Why can't you defend it here? It's gonna take you 39 days to get there. And they cut this off. There's no army down here. What the heck? Well, right there, just defend it there. Why can I have like people here, but not over there? That needs to be fixed. That's so bad. It's fine though. So long as we occupy Madrid soon. Look at, they're attacking down here. Why can't we defend down there? By the time this army gets here, they're gonna cut this off, and when they cut this off, I'm gonna send our army back. Well, Belgium dipped out, so that's good. Oh, Britain's having a bad time. We almost have Madrid. But this series of battles isn't gonna go well. Back to defense for a second. Whoa! Oh, because the Belgians left. They lost all this unethical occupation they should have never had. You quickly go up there and prevent them from expanding any further. That's a lot of army in my capital. But just hang on. We do have trench works now. With trench works, we have a move. Upgrade all infantry to trench infantry. This will make it so we can win this war. They simply won't be able to push us out. Alright, we took Madrid. That means the war support should start going down fast. Perfect. But they have also sent 1 billion armies to try to retake it. Hopefully we can finish taking Galicia. And we can hold that and make them fall. Our new trench infantry are proving to be very, very handy. And here goes the Spanish. I do not have that much hope in taking the Confederates by surprise, but we will try. We'll try to land. It's Virginia. Yeah, Virginia is the capital state. We will have some forces land in Venezuela though, because they do not have that large of an army defending. Ooh, because the Spanish left, I kicked them out of here fully. Which is kind of bullshit if they had armies there, you know what I'm saying? But anyhow. They definitely need to improve some of these systems. That's not working out too well. This is working out fabulously, so Venezuela should be ours. And we can also start pumping stuff into the Spanish market at no extreme cost to us. We'll make them dependent on actually our arms industry. That way they might think twice before coming after us again. And now we can go for guaranteed liberties. Let's make it so that Brazil is just the best place to live. We have 2.13 million loyalists. I don't think I've ever had that many loyalists. Especially compared to radicals. Holy crap. How people love our country. They absolutely love. Oh, Canada formed. Nice. Look at that. 2 naval invasions on Venezuela at once, and now we're conquering them. Apparently, we need more bureaucracy though. We reduce law enforcement and healthcare to help with that initially, or build some government admins. Welcome to the Brazilian Ikea. Perfect. Venezuela, you're gonna love it here. Alright, let's see if we can split the Confederates up now. Yeah, they won't let us do any of these unless they really, really have a bad time. Then we can try to make them have a really bad time. Hopefully some of these bureaucracy buildings will be done soon. What the heck? Regressivist? And then we also have something communist, but I don't see them anymore. Probably this one. Although the Democrats now. I don't think we're gonna break through them. And this war is actually rather expensive. So I will do peace. For now. Make it so we can focus on our economy again. That would be lovely. Now wouldn't it? Now we got guaranteed liberties. Now we don't have a lot of money, which isn't great. And we need to somehow find that money. A lot of it's being spent on construction goods. That is to be noted. And because we don't have a lot of money, the best way to get money is very simple. Our subjects can pay us a little bit extra. All of them can. This will not hurt us at all. Cuba's been doing it for a while and they've been great. Apparently we can't raise it in like the Philippines or in Japan because the liberty desire is too high. But if we could, that would be great. We could make it so that they do go down again. Let's exempt them from service. How does that change it? Alright, it would change a little bit. And then the Philippines. Let's exempt you from service too. And appoint a governor. Increase liberty desire by a little bit. As infamy goes down, they would decrease as well, but the increased subject payments are helping us tremendously. I'm sure they don't like it, but I need it more than them. We are a righteous government. Look at that. That's beautiful. Ooh, we can get advanced research number 3 now. Let's do it. Bam. Woo! This power block's going pretty well. We are the second highest producer in coffee in the world. The East Indian Company produces the most. Not even that many people buy coffee. Let's continue to make coffee plantations though. There we go, we can use all of our construction sectors now and not be losing a shit ton of money. Never mind, starting to lose money again. But hopefully this will increase our productivity. Elastics would be very good. We're gonna need rubber though. Let's start requiring some elastics. Actually, let's require it everywhere and build rubber plantations. Brazil is a vast, fortunate land, but sparsely populated. Let's see. Promote European migration buttons available in the populating the America's journal entry. Ooh. Or populating the America journal entry is removed. Give me your tired, your poor, and your huddled masses. Why not? Come to Brazil. Silver linings in heavy clouds, vast tracts of fertile land, fields wanting workers, factories needing strong arms. Brazil encourages all European immigrants to begin a new life. No taxes, tariffs, or other financial burdens upon arrival. Enough work for everyone. We have a lot of taxes. You just gotta own something or like work to be able to get it. But we do have a lot of taxes, but don't worry about it. Spanish people from Spain have begun to migrate here. And they can take our treaty port all the way over there too. Lovely. I need to develop these 5 states. I can do that. Very simple. So let's do rubber plantations first. So develop, and then we're going to want to exploit. Build a railroad throughout all of it. We are going to build a railroad throughout all of the Amazons. And get even more rubber plantations. And we'll follow up with some logging. Should be done with the development of the Amazons this year. Develop Amazon state. Migration or rubber plantation super. Let's do migration. So one of these has the developed Amazon rainforest. So normal Amazon rainforest is minus 30%, plus 25%. This one's minus 20%, minus 20%, plus 10%, plus 25% in those various stats. This is really good. Also, we have another mandate. Oh, there is some wars happening over here. France is not having a good time ever since the commune. That's good. Good for us. Let's see if we can export the rubber. We'll export it to basically all the European markets and the United States, Mexican markets. That way they depend on us for the rubber. Automatic machine guns, oh boy. We now have pump jacks, so this should actually make it so our plantation economy starts booming. Using engines, of course. Probably not gonna have enough explosives, are we? 4 engines, oh my god. With that being said, let's make it so we don't need... Let's make it so our explosives economy can handle the new explosives, and then our motor economy can handle all the new pump jacks. Now we got 2 years of construction. Nice. Raise subject payments on the Philippines. Hell yeah. Even more money. Perfect. At least one of these. Lead producer in meat, coffee, or sugar. Oh, okay, so I can choose one. Interesting. Coffee is probably gonna be our best bet still. And let's start surveying a skyscraper site. Fascist French Empire is improving relations. Oh no. What the heck? Okay, it's because they've been beaten so many times. Emperor Victor Benevet. Oh no. The religious folks and the industrialists are leading this Constitution Empire. Grand Coalition has formed from the Confederate States of America. Also, Mexico is no longer part of the French Empire. We could try to get some leverage on them. United States is a great power now. Yeah, the French are falling apart. I think their entire power block has just fallen apart. Yeah, it did. Our university system is helping so much. Our level of education is too. Because we have the technology stuff. We just research stuff insanely fast. This is brilliant. Mexican-American War? Whoa, okay, the United States, because France is protecting Mexico. The United States is actually trying to go in, but they're not ceding. Fuck, I would have supported you to do that. Although, I guess I don't want you to be that strong just yet. So when I put in pump jacks, I start producing 4.6k coffee. I do throw the price way down the drain, but if I start exporting around the world, this can help. Brazil cemented itself as one of the greatest naval powers of the world. Look at that. Sovereignty at sea. Nice. Perfect. That took a long time to get. We also almost have river coffee. We have increased the buy orders. We just now need to increase how much coffee we produce, which will happen hopefully soon. France is going to war again because the North German Federation will like a piece of the land they took a long time ago in the Northern Line. Money tree! Okay, we actually produce the most coffee in the world. Look at this. A toast to those who have made this possible. An ocean of gold. Perfect. Okay, with that being said, I don't need to produce so many coffee plantations then. What are the Germans asking? Give us French Senegal if we bat them in the diplomatic play. So this colony, because they are now in a no, they have Russia supporting them. But it's them versus the Spanish. I will accept. For French Senegal, I will accept. And now I actually have a border against them in French Senegal, which is probably why they were interested in us joining it. Looks like the North Germans put some in our Spanish territory. We'll take Senegal. So the Russians do have skirmish infantry. What do the French have? The French have skirmish infantry and some trench infantry. And shrapnel artillery. We have siege artillery. So we'll see. The Germans... The Russians are on our side, so they're not that far ahead. The Germans seem to have trench infantry, skirmish infantry, and apparently a line infantry. We almost got French Senegal, or at least this portion of it. And we have a skyscraper site. Perfect. Let us build it. So it looks like the Germans should be able to break into the French Empire's Northern Rhine region. They're having a hard time in the Alsace-Lorraine and the Lorraine regions trying to break through, and our treaty port is serving as a great staging ground, but we haven't broken through there. This little pocket's almost closed, which will help us greatly, and we're looking to potentially finish off the rest of French Senegal. The final mandate, vassalization 3. Not that would change much, but we now have it. A new order, have a fully decked out power block. Perfect. I'm not even sure about going for Madrid, because if we go for them and we lose Spain, we won't be able to invade into the French Empire. So let's actually go for Paris. Oh, Spain already surrendered. Damn it. Our armies are just pushing for... Well, they're just gonna push from the normal German avenue right over here. This does give us actually a huge army compared to them. This is like a very early World War I in terms of what technology we are using. They have had a counter surge of enemy forces arrive in the area. We still outnumber them nearly 2-1. So this should not be bad at all. So far, this war has been going on for maybe half a year or a year. And there's already 1 million wounded in total and nearly 1 million dead. Also, that's so many battles happening at once. Wow. This front is just right before World War I in technology. The odd trench infantry machine guns are now part of this. But it hasn't stalemated just yet, because the sheer number advantage we have against them, it's too much for the French to handle. The French have been beaten up so severely in recent days. Great Britain is embargoing us? That's not good. That's a lot of trade routes that are now not active. Well, we'll increase guaranteed liberties. As this war is starting to come to a close, as we are approaching Paris, basically we are looking at 1 million dead and getting close to 1.5 million. Probably will end up being 2 million wounded. This is probably the bloodiest war, well, in the history of Europe in this universe. Monument Week. The Catholic Circle of Rio de Janeiro has issued a proposal to construct a statue of Jesus Christ atop Mount Corvogo, however you say it. So, because we have pneumatic jewels, so Christ the Redeemer maybe constructed using the political lens. We get 150,000, except a statue of Christ, or money is better served going towards charity. We will try to build this great symbol for our city. Look at this. It will make the power a little bit higher, the Catholic Church, but it will provide us prestige, and it will be a great monument to build. We do occupy Paris now, but we need to actually get into French Senegal. Oh, I thought they offered me French single. No, they offered me regime change in French single. Why am I even part of this war? I thought it was getting French single. Did I really misread that? Oh my god. That's all we're gonna get. Okay. Well, Germany, we can't capitulate because then we lose all this. What the heck, Germany? Well, we gotta do a naval invasion on French single if we want this to actually end. What do you mean the following war goals were enforced on me? None, right? That was none, right? Hold on. I want to look at the village. Wait, no. I'm very confused. Either way, I gotta help the Japanese, apparently. And the Paraguayans. Peruvians, not Paraguayans. So what did I lose? Oh, I lost these little colonies over here. So I guess I didn't lose anything in Brazil, so that's fine. I'm not certain. That seemed really fishy. Why would I don't like that. They must have been occupying those, I guess. I wasn't paying attention. Even though we were literally in Paris. Alright, Japan, you just gotta hold out. Hold out long enough for my forces to get there to support you. There we go. Exploit the Amazon rainforest is even better. Woo! This is what we want. We want to chop down all the trees. We can get another company, and we can either do the steel industry, and then we get more state construction efficiency, or we could do metalworks combine and make it so we can produce these buildings faster and get a little bit more military offense. I'm gonna do state construction efficiency, I think, because I would like to construct a lot more. Oh, Christ the Redeemer is done. Wonder if it's actually sitting here. It is. Look at that. Oh, that's amazing. We got a little military convoy. We are still using some wagons. Well, wagons, because we don't got cars yet. That's beautiful. Argentina, your GDP is less than Paraguay? What is wrong with you? Paraguay, you're doing fantastic. I am going to actually offer you a deal you cannot get or refuse. I will give you this. There you go. There you go, Paraguay. I think you look way better like that. Not that big of my own economy. But something that irritates me is you, Argentina. Argentina, you have been failing me for so long. Why? You know, Argentina, what if I just hand you over to the Paraguayan? They'll probably treat you better. But this is just ridiculous. I guess the Paraguayans have double the population. Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm not gonna conquer them. It's better for them to be just poor and then they pay me 10k a month. So we're just gonna leave them.